One-on-one meetings with your sales reps is one of the most important aspects of running and retaining your sales team. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 2 simple strategies that'll help you execute on them well. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Ryan Hillman, founder of Sales Recruiting University. We recruit over 15,000 commission-based sales reps every single year and help clients with things like onboarding, training, management, and more. And we come to you every single week with unique content that's coming up for our clients. And today, we're talking about one-on-one meetings. This is an important aspect of running and retaining your sales team that is highly overlooked by companies all over the country. And the reason that is because a lot of owners, a lot of sales leaders assume because they're insanely self-motivated, they assume that everybody else is just like them and they don't need the leadership, the management, the one-on-one time, the relationship there, because they assume everybody's just going to be like them and go get it done regardless of the support that they get. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, there's a lot that goes into managing and building a sales team, and one-on-ones is a big aspect of that. So I'm going to talk about 2 strategies that'll just really help you focus on these one-on-one meetings with your sales reps and just simplify the whole thing. First, it starts at the end of the hiring process and really at the beginning of onboarding a new sales rep. And the overarching theme here is understanding the goals of your new hires. You may have seen one of our other videos where we talk about holding sales reps accountable to their original commitments. And we talk about this thing called an expectation agreement, which is at the end of the final interview, you're verbally setting expectations around the responsibilities of the role and then implementing this expectation agreement in the first week of onboarding. And pretty much what the rep is saying is, hey, I understand the bare minimum requirements that you expect to be a part of the sales team. And yes, sales manager, owner, VP, whatever the title is, you can hold me accountable to these bare minimum requirements as I join your organization. And the point of this video is not to talk about the expectation agreement in depth today. We did that in another video that you can go find. But what's important to note is on that expectation agreement, you're getting the 3-month, 1-year, 5-year, and 10-year goals of your new hires. And that's really important from a leadership perspective. Especially in a commission-based sales opportunity, you need to understand in depth the goals of each one of your individual sales reps so you can lead them through your goals based on your compensation plan and what your opportunity is like. And you should be getting those things in the first week of onboarding with everybody that you hire. And I'll come back to that, but at a high level, that's the first thing that you want to have in terms of running a good one-on-one meeting. That's having your reps' goals. The second thing is you want to have a dialed-in sales process that actually tracks everything within that sales process. A video that we did a couple weeks ago is we talked about systematizing your sales process so you can make it easy to onboard sales reps. And one of those things that we talked about is when you defined each stage within your sales process and laid out the description for each stage, you would start to understand which tech you need to actually streamline that aspect of the sales stage, making it easier for the sales rep to do their job. Now, when we talk about the sales tech in your organization, whether you're just running a CRM or a calling platform or a field sales track platform, whatever it is, ideally you're able to track at a high level the activities that the rep is doing. Maybe they're self-generating leads. How many contacts did they make? How many appointments did they set? How many appointments sat down to get a proposal? How many proposals were actually presented? How many customers were pitched? How many clients moved forward? How many follow-up calls were made? There's metrics that happen to help you understand as the leader if the sales rep is actually doing their job day to day. And ideally, your tech within your sales department allows you to easily see that information. So to recap, at a high level, we want to understand the goals of our new hires, and we want to have tech in place that allows us to track everything that's happening within the sales role so we can see at a glance if the rep is actually doing their job. Now, to bring it back into the one-on-one meetings, ideally you're doing those every single week with each one of your sales reps. You have that planned on your calendar. It's for 30 minutes. It's a regular weekly thing that you do. That's a time for you to build relationship, to hold your reps accountable, to talk about their goals, to see what their activity's been like. And that's the one-on-one time, the intimacy that you get in the management process, which is a big aspect of retaining your people. But to bring it back to the one-on-one process, we have the goals and we have the sales tech. And so I come into my one-on-one, whether that's via Zoom or in a face-to-face environment, I get to easily pull up this sales rep, Joe Schmo, whatever their name is. I get to pull up the sales tech and understand exactly what they accomplished within the last 7 days, and I get to pull up their goals. And the call is specifically around their goals and if they're on track with their goals based on what they've been doing from an activity perspective. And all I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, here's what you've accomplished. Are you on track with what you say that your goals are? Your 3-month, your 1-year, your 5-year goals that we reverse engineered in the onboarding process. And what you get to do in that timeline is you get to check up on them and hold them accountable to what they want versus what only the company cares about. And those 2 things right there will start to improve your one-on-one meetings a ton. It's about building relationship, and then those two things. What have they accomplished in the last week? And is what they accomplishing on track for their projections and what they say their goals are based on what we planned in the onboarding process? If not, we got to check in and see, hey, why are we not on track? You said you wanted to accomplish A, B, and C, but from an activity perspective, you're only doing X, Y, and Z. Do we need to adjust your goals? What's been missing? What's going on? How can I serve you as a leader? And we get to have a conversation about them producing more, but that is based on what they originally wanted. So it's not us micromanaging them. It's just us holding them accountable to what they said that they want. And so if you don't have one-on-ones in place, or if you do and you're trying to systematize that process, think about those two things, or I guess three things really. Am I building a relationship within that one-on-one meeting? Do I have sales tech that allows me to understand exactly what this rep is doing on a day-by-day basis so I can hold them accountable to that? And do I have the goals, the intimate goals, the professional, the personal, the financial goals of each one of my sales reps so I can have a conversation around that in each one-on-one that I have weekly to lead them towards that goal? And if the answer is no, if you don't have those things, then this is an opportunity for you to start working through that process. Really easy to do. You can literally implement this within the next 1 to 2 weeks, and it will impact your sales rep's life, your retention rates, and your organization. So hopefully this video helped. If it did, drop a like, share, drop a comment, and we'll look forward to launching next week's video. Thank you.